Last time we were on Liberal Dan Radio, Talk from the Left, That's Right, we were talking about Donald Trump and his apparent issues with object permanence. Like, he moves the portraits of presidents away and he hides the unhoused away, and he doesn't want to have testing because apparently if you don't test and you don't see the results, there's nobody who's whatever. And if you put all Border Patrol, if you operate Border Patrol in Norfolk and San Francisco and all the other areas that are not on the border, you can have your head of ICE say, oh, or head of Homeland Security say, oh, we haven't had any illegal border crossings in 3 months. What? Anyway, that's the short version of Monday, at least on this topic. But I was listening in the background and heard old Donnie Boy talking about, D.C., and what he wants to have done in D.C. And so let's listen to this little tidbit from Herr Trump and see what he has to say. I was like, over my shoulder. That's scary. Anyway, let's have a good old listen, shall we?
What I want to do is make Washington, D.C. the greatest, most beautiful, safest capital anywhere in the world, and that's going to happen. I mentioned the word bones before. The bones here, we have the greatest bones.
I have bone spurs, so I don't have the greatest bones, but other people have the greatest bones. Other people might have better bones in them, but that's up to their social life.
Oh my.
That's not the one I was anticipating. But anyway, here we go. More on Donald Trump's bones. Mr. Bone Spurs talking about the best bones.
When you look at that Supreme Court building, I think it's one of the most beautiful buildings. When you look at some of the buildings here, are so magnificent, and
the Supreme Court building is the most fabulous building. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Although the White House looked good, but he had to gild everything around it. Again, probably pyrite, probably fake gold or whatever. But, he had to make everything look like Vanilla Ice's just did a refurbishing on the White House. Anyway, let's continue.
Everything's good, but it's just dirty and not properly maintained. It's not taken care of.
It's dirty and not properly maintained. Let's keep that in mind.
Holes in the roads. All of it's going to happen very quickly. We're going to seek a relatively small amount of money for fix-up.
So potholes, but it's going to happen quickly, and he's going to do it for cheap. How's that? What's he going to do?
And we're going to put it out to bid. We have great contractors here.
Nobody has better contractors. We have the best contractors like nobody's ever seen.
Road builders, everything. And we're not ripping roads apart so they're closed for 4 years as they redo the concrete bases. And you don't need that. We need a beautiful topping by a very talented.
He needs a beautiful topping, huh?
Oh my.
Donald Trump apparently wants to be topped. That's news, breaking news on Liberal Dan Radio. Talk from the left, that's right.
Asphalt type person, somebody that does the job. We go out.
I want to get somebody to put the ass in asphalt.
But when I get contractors, I use great contractors.
And then I don't pay them. We don't pay their contractors. We get them great ones, but then we don't pay them or we declare bankruptcy. But I can't do that with the government, so I have to figure out how to not pay them any money or the money we're supposed to pay them.
To me, great contractors are very special, like a great surgeon,
like a surgeon. Hey, cutting for the very first time. Weird Al, thank you.
A teacher, like a great nurse. A great contractor is very important. We'll only use the best. And when you put a coat of asphalt on that top, 2 inches of asphalt, 3 inches of asphalt, it looks brand new.
We're going to put 2 inches in that ass and then...
Oh my.
Again, but listen to what he said.
3 inches of asphalt, it looks brand new.
It looks brand new. It's not brand new, but it looks brand new. And here's the point that I'm making with this. If you wanted to do it right and correctly, you would, if there was a problem with the road, you would tear it up and get to the concrete base and fix that. Because that's the way you actually fix a problem, is getting to the root of the problem, or I guess with the concrete, getting to the bottom of the problem, and, fixing the underlying problems. Not just putting a coat of paint on something and saying, oh, it looks brand new. Not putting gold trim something, oh, it looks wonderful, who cares what's underneath. Not just putting a coat of asphalt over it and saying, oh, it's done. No, that doesn't fix the underlying problem. It just makes it look pretty for now. It just hides the problem so he doesn't see the problem. Because according to Donald Trump, if you can't see the problem doesn't exist. This is why I'm saying that he has a problem with object permanence, because he doesn't understand that the underlying problems will still exist regardless of how much asphalt you put over it or paint you put on it or how much you shove under the rug or whatever it is that you're going to do, no matter where you put the portraits. Those things still exist. But he's too much of a man-child to understand that. And as we went over the last show, people who are adults who don't understand object permanence are people who have borderline personality disorder. And we went over what, people with borderline personality disorder deal with and what they often do. And guess what? Donald Trump does that a whole lot too. So there you go. Yet another example of Donald Trump not understanding that, we need to fix the underlying problems. And this is a very, simple thing, but it just is a good metaphor for Donald Trump overall as a president, as a business person, and as a piece of shit human.